everyone, and welcome to the Star Wars Legion weekend. I am, of course, John, and I'm being joined by one of our attendees, Dan. And Dan is trying to pick up an airbrush, which you haven't had a lot of experience with before, and you've roped me in to basically go help or look over your shoulder.
Yeah, I want you to show me what to do. I've only ever used a kind of a compressed air can, just a basic airbrush, point and spray. So I wanted to get my hands on something a bit more sophisticated, which this seems to be.
So we're going to be working on his racked ATST, because as we both decided, if he messes this one up, it's okay, because we can just weather it and make it look a bit rougher around the edges, because you've got a perfect one over here that you're going to be spraying afterwards, yeah?
Hopefully, yeah. So yeah, as you say, the plan is to get the hang of it on this one, because if it goes wrong, it's not the end of the world. And hopefully by the time I've done that, I'll know what I'm doing with this.
Yeah.
I've also got, I brought one of the ones you did in from the other room, actually, as a bit of a kind of a reference for myself, so I can kind of try and copy what you've done. Give me a bit of a pointer.
So we're going to be working with Citadel paints. That ATST wasn't painted with Citadel, it was painted with a mixture of other things. Lloyd's still walking around with his lightsaber somewhere. I can still hear the music.
I thought I heard someone say they needed a pointer.
No, we don't need a... Okay.
You need a pointer on anything?
No.
Well,
No. Bye, Lloyd. So for Citadel, we've started with Mechanica Standard Grey, which is a nice deep grey. I always think that if you start with a really low colour and work your way up from there, it helps out a lot. So we're moving from that to... We're using the air range as well, by the way. We're going to Dawnstone, which is, in my mind, is kind of like the grey they're actually painted in the movies. I know they look a lot lighter, but I blame the model makers for that. So let's put some of that into the cup and the airbrush. Probably should be using pipettes, but we don't have any. So
I might put my rubber glove on that Justin provided me with.
I swear it's brand new.
he says it's brand new. I don't believe him.
I'm bound to get some of this stuff on my left hand. Okay.
Okay. So we don't want to put too much into the cup.
Okay.
So let's just see how it pours.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, I'll do that.
A little more. A little more. That's it.
It's like Goldilocks and the Three Bears.
So it looks like it's pouring a little thick. Let's quickly see what the flow of it's like. So it's a bit thick. Do you hear that sort of spattery noise it's making? That's the paint being a bit too thick.
Okay.
So we have some water over here. I'm just going to add a couple of drops. Obviously you should be using airbrush thinner, but water's fine at a pinch. Just a couple of drops is fine. And Justin, Mr. Cameraman, could you reach me a paintbrush there? That blue one even? Yeah, that'll do.
Let's just give it a stir.
Yep. And let's drop that in there. Now let's see if that improves the flow.
Oh, yeah.
You see it's more feathered now?
Yeah.
So for your first step, let's give the ATST sort of an overall top-down sort of coat with it. So go for it.
Okay. Let's get the feel of it. Okay. Whoop. Debris.
So not too close. You could go higher than that.
As in, move the brush further away.
Yeah, if you... Sorry, I'm going to steal it from you.
No, show me.
The thinking here was
Okay.
from up
Quite
here.
far, okay. Oh, yeah. So I guess that gives you a more... It diffuses the paint more.
And what you're aiming for here is to leave the Mechanica Standard Grey in your shadows,
Okay.
and then you can work it up from there.
Whoop.
Getting used to a dual action brush is a bit complicated.
Yeah. It's the airflow's okay, and then I'm stuttering on the paint flow.
There you go. So you're getting that grey, and then you're getting the darker in the recesses.
I guess you can always go back and do more, so I'm probably better off aiming to build it up slowly and then come back to the areas if I need to. Well, that's a bit.
That's not bad though. That's all right. Yeah. Yeah, you're getting the hang of it now. Starting your spray before moving across the part of the model.
Yeah, I just like you do this, an aerosol can, I guess. So you're not starting it, on the actual thing.
I'd say that would be it. I would actually leave that in shadow if you want.
yeah, because it's in the shadow.
It's sitting under the other leg there.
I might just try and catch the back of that raised up bit.
Yep.
Just that bit there.
Cool. Yeah, I'd say that's more or less where it needs to be. Because again, you're only trying to. It's difficult to explain sometimes. You're only trying to add a tone.
Yeah.
So it's your mid. What you started with the Mechanicus Grey is your base tone. You've worked on your mid tone now, and then we bring it up higher to the highlight. And the highlight is what gives you the shape and gives you all the nice bright color on it. So, and look at that. We have almost nearly emptied the cup. So we almost measured that as if we knew what we were doing.
Yeah, love it.
So let's rinse this with a little bit of water.
Okay, so just pour that straight.
Yeah. So just pour the cup. That's fine. And then the next trick is plug the nozzle with the finger.
Okay.
Tight. There you go. So backflow it a bit. That's it. And that mixes the water with the paint that's still in the needle and
Push it through.
yeah. So then you can push it through a little bit, and then you can just tip the rest into the cup. And because we're changing from a grey to a lighter grey, we don't need to really give it much of a clean.
Okay.
So let's take your
So I'll put it up there.
let's take your high grey.
Good little shake.
And I'd recommend maybe if this is as thick as the other paint, I'd recommend not thinning this one at all.
Okay.
Because if we thin it, we risk doing what is very easy to do is you have too much thinner and the paint will spider. It'll splatter and it'll spider out and it'll ruin the effect straight away. Because you're looking for a very soft, yeah.
Okay.
That'll be enough there. That's good. Now, let's try the flow again and see if we have a thicker or a thinner paint.
That seems to flow better.
It's not bad.
I guess there's a bit of water residue in there anyway.
Yeah. Right, so
Go on, I'll let you shoot.
let's have a go and see if I can do it from over here.
Do you want me to move?
No. So let's try this top edge on the torso up here. So like that, you want gentle passes, but at the same time, if you go to hit this line again, what you can do is aim the airbrush from this direction, and what it'll do is feather down the side.
Right.
So it'll catch all the upper details, but still leave your darker greys inside the recess.
When you were just doing that, were you keeping the air flowing and then easing the paint on and off? Kind of
Yeah.
thing? Okay. Just to give you that consistent.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's what I wasn't doing when I did it the first time. I'm gonna go. Okay, I'll go over this bit from this angle.
Yep. So the trick is to almost aim over the edge you're looking at and let the paint catch all the way down the side.
Okay. Okay.
You see where?
Yeah,
Yep.
where it's catching down there. So with this top piece, am I better off going shooting down it?
Well, what I did on this one was pick out some hot spots. It's like the hatch, for example.
Okay.
Yep.
Let's give that a go.
because you're.
I might go for some of the more simple bits, and I'll come back to the to the more specific bits when I've got the feel of it a bit more.
And it's all about practice. It's all about understanding how tight the trigger is.
memory.
Yeah, yeah.
So with this bit here, am I better off shooting over the horizon rather than trying to do it this way?
Yeah, because if you go this way, what you might end up doing is just painting a line.
Surface. Yeah. Got you. Feels better.
See, isn't that quite satisfying to watch too?
It's really satisfying. Yeah, you kind of know when you've got it right because it just sort of works.
I think at this point, I think we'll leave Dan alone. I think we'll let you get a hang of it, and maybe we'll come back later on and have a look at the one this one,
Perfect.
and we'll see how you've come along across all the steps. So guys, don't forget, get your comments in, check out all our live blog and all the live streams going on over the weekend, and we will see you again very soon.
Go ahead and check out our other content on screen now. And while you're at it, why not hit subscribe and remember to ding our dong. Go on, you know you want to click it. Go on.